Okay, firstly, you're all very welcome. My name is Katie O'Neill and I'm the Marketing Manager in the UCD College of Engineering and Architecture here in UCD, Dublin, Ireland. And I'm your host for today. We're very lucky today to be joined by Programme Director of the Masters in Engineering Management, Pezhman Ghadimi, and two of our most recent graduates, Abhijit and Emma, who are here to share their experience of what it was like to be a student on this programme and also their career path to date. So without further delay, I'd like to hand you over to Pezhman.
Thanks very much, Katie, and welcome everybody again to our information session for this program. So this is the information session for Master of Engineering Science, Engineering Management program, and I am Pezhman Ghadimi, the director of this program. So a little bit of overview about the program itself. So it was first offered in 2013 and 14 academic year, and then in progress into many years. Now it has grown and it is a reputable program. We have this year more than 20 to 25 students. It builds upon the UCD School of Mechanical Materials Engineering's strong reputation in engineering management education, Master of Engineering, Industrial Engineering, and Master of Management since 1967. So these programs offer a unique opportunity to you as engineering students and graduates to deepen your knowledge of the areas of business and management analytics. It provides grounding in operations, quality control, supply chains, logistics, decision analytics, marketing, systems planning, and analysis. The teaching methods and learning environment in this program is varied, and it includes lectures, workshops, tutorials, labs, and practical exercises. We usually have group-based modular projects and a final applied company project, which I will talk about them later in the later slides. But all of these will enable you as a student to integrate the covered theoretical aspects of the program into applied practice. So the entry requirements for this program are quite straightforward. So the minimum requirement is that you should have at least a 4-year of engineering degree, around 240 credits. This program is open to all engineers across the globe, internationally, in Ireland, and also European students or applicants. And different disciplines like electronics, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, computer science and engineering as well, and a range of other engineering disciplines. The details can be found online. So this is a 1-year full-time program. For international students, it has some English requirements. Those requirements are also available online. There are usual requirements like IELTS or TOEFL certificates. And also, this is, as you may know, it's a 90 ECTS credit program, which is divided across 3 trimesters. So we have a wide range of modules, technical and specialized modules, besides innovation and entrepreneurship modules, type modules as well. Particularly in trimester 1, we have technical modules like supply chain design analysis, quality methods for engineers, engineering project management, systems analysis and improvement, which deals with quality control and engineering, introduction to management, simulation and robotics. In trimester 2, we have some innovation and entrepreneurship type modules like marketing management, but at the same time we have technical modules as well, like engineering decision support system, which deals with mathematical modeling of different engineering and service operations. We introduce various operations in operations management, and also business of information system management module, which is a really useful module which deals with enterprise resource type planning topics. And we also have 3 option modules that you can choose from: technical communication, professional engineering finance, and professional engineering management. So all of these modules, they're either core technical modules or innovation and entrepreneurship type modules. And then finally, in trimester 3, we have design and innovation, which is a 10 credit module, taught module, and also applied research projects, which is a 20 credit module. So 70 out of 90 credits of this entire program is delivered by the School of Mechanical and Materials Engineering. So this program is hosted at this school, but the remaining 2 credits, 20 credits, are delivered by other schools in UCD or University College Dublin, in business and mathematics and statistics school. And as I said, during the summer for another 3 months, we have 30 credits where we have 2 modules there. So I just want to talk a little bit more about the type of electives that you might have, or the options that you have. So the recommended electives, they're all based in trimester 2 of this program: technical communication, professional engineering finance, and professional engineering management. But during trimester 2, you have also some options to go with other types of modules as well in different departments or schools in the college. So like mechanical and materials engineering college, electronics mechanical and material engineering school, the School of Electronics and Engineering, School of Civil Engineering, and other engineering schools within the College of Engineering and Architecture. So there are some small requirements for those elective modules if you want to choose them. The most important one is that they have to be a 5 credit module, they have to be a level 4 or graduate type modules, and also you should meet all the prerequisites or prior learning of those modules, and there shouldn't be any timetabling clash for those modules with your core modules in trimester 2. So first of all, you can check that out with me as the program director and also the module coordinator, and if everything is okay, then you can even go for other elective modules apart from those that are recommended to you as part of this program. So the registrations will be done manually in that case. So, and as I mentioned in the beginning, we have the summer term as well, or the summer trimester. Within the summer trimester, we have 2 modules, which is now currently happening. So we have the innovation, design and innovation module, and also applied summer project module. So I want to stress a little bit on this applied summer project. So this is a project that is usually done or proposed by a company in Ireland or by one or two or three of my academic colleagues. The students will be grouped in 2 or 3 members to do each of these projects. So myself as the program director, I usually invite different companies in Ireland to participate in our summer consultancy project. So they submit their proposals around February to March, and then I will send the list of the proposals and projects to the students, and they can choose from those projects. And by looking at the scope and objectives and the company that they wish to work with, probably for those projects. So then, based on their GPAs and performance in the first trimester, they will be assigned to do those projects during the summer for around 10, 11, or 12 weeks, maximum 12 weeks. So around 3 months there. So the type of titles, so I've decided to include some titles here about those typical projects. They are almost all of them are related to the type of topics that have been covered or are going to be covered during the first and second trimester of the program for you. So they're around the same topics or the same modules that I have introduced across those 3 trimesters, but not limited to, obviously. It can be related to other engineering, the kind of pure engineering disciplines as well. But usually they're around the topics of inventory management, supply chain, lean manufacturing, green manufacturing, sustainable manufacturing, maintenance planning, and so on. So these are just selected topics that that can come up for those summer projects. And I want to, as I said, stress a little bit on this applied summer project, because I think as a program director, this is a really good point for the students to get involved in this master, apart from enjoying their 2 trimesters of taught courses. During the 3rd trimester, which is in the summer, they will have an experience to work with companies on an applied project. And it's not just a research project. It's an applied project, business problem solving, where you will be able to apply the the type of theoretical concepts that you have mastered during those first 2 trimesters in this summer project. And apart from doing it and applying it and understanding and mastering the techniques, you can also find good company contacts, and which can definitely act as a route for you to get into employment afterwards. So a little bit about the career and graduate positions, because I'm sure that all of you, you might be thinking of getting into employment after your master educations. So this particular 1-year master degree will give you enough knowledge to get into employment in various disciplines. So the career opportunities are really broad. Apart from the usual engineering disciplines, specific job opportunities based on your bachelor's degree, whatever it is, you will be equipped with enough knowledge and experience to pursue a career related to the job positions such as quality analysts, data analysts, operations analysts, supply chain planner, project management, and continuous improvement analyst across many sectors that are all in Ireland, in Europe, or even back into your own country. So many sectors, including energy sector, consumer goods, medical devices, management consultancy, ICT, and of course, automotive. So the prospective employers, you can see the logos here. So these are kind of selected employers that we have worked with during the years within this master's degree, and our students are sent to these companies to do their master degree, and hopefully if they have a good performance, they might be offered a graduate or internship position or even a full employment afterwards in this company. So overall, what I want to say is that if you're thinking to apply for a master that enables you to get into employment, equips you with the right knowledge, apart from your current engineering knowledge, it will equip you with, as I said, engineering and management analytics type knowledge, and the type of skills that you will have will be really useful for you to get into employment. So if you're thinking to apply for this master, I think you should, because there are lots of opportunities there during the master and also afterwards. All right, thank you very much for listening, and sorry if I was a little bit quick, but I'm open to any questions. Back to you, Katie.
Thanks so much, Pezhman. I think that was a very comprehensive overview of the program. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Emma Wang. Emma is a 2016 graduate of this program, and she's here to share her experiences of both the program and her career so far. Thanks, Emma.
Thank you, Katie. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Emma, and I graduated from the Master in Engineering Management in 2016. I have an electrical engineering background. After working as an engineer for 2 years in China, I started to realize that I would want more than pure engineering in my career. So the engineering management program in UCD caught my interest. It is designed for students with engineering backgrounds, like me, and equips them with the management skills to help them be successful in their career. That was exactly what I was looking for. And during the 1-year study in UCD, I learned a lot of management skills from this course, like supply chain management, marketing management, etc., like Pezhman introduced earlier. And the lectures have very high quality. The professors and the lecturers are very expertised in their area of specialization, not only academically, but also with rich experience in practice. I highly value the combination of knowledge in books and practice in real-life projects that the lecturers have, and we as students benefit a lot from this, about how to implement what we learned in work. And each module had 1 to 2 team projects, which give us the chance to practice what we have learned in class and also build up teamwork, leadership, and gain communication skills. The structure of this program is very well designed to empower us in our careers. I've been working in Ireland for almost 5 years now, and I could see myself utilizing the knowledge and skills I learned from each module nowadays. For example, my first job was a supply chain analyst. I applied the strategies I learned from supply chain management module. I feel very comfortable running projects from what I learned in project management, Lean Six Sigma. And I'm still using the strategic methods and data mining skills almost every day now in Google. One of the highlights in this program is that we had the opportunity to work with the company on a consultancy project for about 2 to 3 months in the last trimester. And I did an inventory management project with Carry Group. It gave me the opportunity to gain experience of working in supply chain, which helped me a lot to get my first job as a supply chain analyst in MEngSc. It is challenging for non-EU students like me to secure a job offer with work permit visa, and I'm very grateful to have worked with Carry Group as part of the program. I got my job offer before the trimester finished and started to work as a full-time employee right after we finished the course. Studying in UCD was one of the best experiences in my life. I learned a lot from the lecturers, the professors, and my classmates, and it helped me smoothly change my career path from pure engineering to engineering management. Thank you. Back to you, Katie.
Thank you so much, Emma, for giving us such a wonderful overview of both your experience studying with us and your incredibly exciting career that is seeming to go from strength to strength. I'm also delighted to be able to introduce Abhijit. Abhijit is a 2019 graduate of this Master's in Engineering Management. Thanks, Abhijit.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I think good afternoon and good morning, wherever you're from and around the world. So just to start off, so I'm Abhijit. I've been 2019 pass out from engineering management. So I know Pezhman and Emma have given you a beautiful introduction. So I've mostly stolen my words here now. So yeah, so just to touch on both of their perspective. So the engineering management program itself is an amalgamation of engineering and business. So you have like core modules, like Pezhman mentioned to his slides, like, production systems, quality for engineers, quantitative analysis for engineers, supply chain management. It also goes into the management modules like marketing management, business system information. The program is quite evolved since I've been graduated. So I think you have a lot of quality focused modules as well, which mostly focuses on Lean Six Sigma and engineering finance. So it's great to see a program evolving with constant upgrades, meeting the industry requirements. So so my background is I have a bachelor's in biomedical engineering, and I have a master's from the States in biomedical engineering as well. So as I further progress in my career, as a techie, I do value technology side of things as well as the engineering management side of things. So as career progresses, I realized that management with relation to technology is quite is a required skill in technological organizations. So UCD was an obvious choice for me in Europe. So because I've already studied in the States, so I wanted to look out for a new place so UCD was an obvious choice since its reputation around the globe and in Ireland as well. So and since so the program itself has a lot of practical and practical thinking approach. Like you will be involved in a lot of case studies, simulations. It's more inclined to the practical usage of things rather than the theoretical aspects of things. So I've graduated in 2019. As soon as my program finished, I just had 2 days of 2 days holidays, and then I joined Boston Scientific. So currently, I'm working as a supply chain engineer that's mostly related to production and process systems. I'm working Boston Scientific for the past 2 years now. So mostly I've used most of the skills which I've learned from engineering management, especially from supply chain side of things, and also production management like Lean Six Sigma and engineering finance like break-even analysis and stuff. So the program just, I would say, prepares you for the career ahead if it's mostly inclined to the industrial needs and and the career aspects of the things. So there is a lot of job opportunities in the engineering management per se. I've seen most of my batchmates are placed into beautiful MNCs in Ireland and also in abroad. Also, the program, as a part of the program, there is a lot of career opportunities, especially from how you change your resume, how you tone your things. I think Pezhman would be guiding you through that. I think the program is really inclined to the opportunity side of things. So I hope if I were you, I would definitely consider applying for this program and come to Ireland, and hope I see everyone here now. That's it really from my side, Katie.
Thanks so much, Abhijit. Lovely to hear your story and your career so far. I'm just sorry you didn't get more than 2 days off between completing your master's and starting your job. We have a couple of questions coming in. Firstly, to yourself, Laura, if you don't mind, someone is asking, will the course be an offline mode? So I guess they're asking in relation to the pandemic, how the teaching will look next year. So if Laura could answer that, and if Pezhman needs to add in, you can as well at the end.
Yeah, so Pezhman might be able to speak more to the actual course itself, but from an Irish context and a UCD context, Ireland is on track with our vaccine rollout to have every adult vaccinated by September. So while UCD hasn't made an official announcement yet, we are expecting one shortly, and we are hopeful for a return to on-campus in-person teaching in September. We do have an FAQ section on our website for COVID-19 questions, so we'll put that in the chat, and I'd advise people to keep an eye on that because updates will be made there regularly. And then if you're an applicant, you will be notified of any changes to situations that might affect your teaching for September, but we are hopeful for a return to in-person teaching in September.
Thanks, Laura. Abhijit, or sorry, Pezhman, a couple of questions coming in for you. Someone is saying, so in terms of determining if they meet the prereqs for a module, is it just a case that they email you directly or the module coordinator?
Well, so the first route would be to talk first with me, emailing me or meeting me at my office on campus. And, we can discuss about what type of module, what is the module, and then whether it is a core or an option, what is the credits. And then if you see it's a good fit, then the next step would be to discuss that with the module coordinator, who is responsible for the module, to see if they accept you, to see if there is any timetabling clash. And if everything is okay, then you can, in the trimester 2, you can go for that module of your interest as an elective. But there are some recommended electives as well that I've introduced as well.
Right. I think it's also worth noting for students that the week before the study term actually starts, the teaching term actually starts, you will be invited to a meeting with your program director. You won't get emailed that until towards the end of August or very beginning of September. And that's also an opportunity for engagement. But in addition to that, the email addresses of all our staff are available on ucd.ie in the directory. I might just ask Abhijit and Emma if they wouldn't mind turning their videos on. So in terms of, I have a question that maybe both of you might like to add to. Someone is asking about the project work. Did you have an opportunity to choose your project title, or was it pre-assigned to you? And if you had the opportunity to choose, how did you go about that when you're working in a project of 2 to 3 people, and obviously you have to get consensus from your team?
Cool. So in my year, we have the ability to choose the project that we want to work with. Of course, the program will offer you a list of projects. I think there were 6-7 projects on the list, definitely more than the team. So you won't end up with stuck with one project that you don't want. That won't happen. And I remember we were asked to provide a list of your number 1 priority, number 2 priority, like that, and they will assign the project to you based on your priority as well as your GPA. So say both me and another student wants to do this project A, but he or she has a higher GPA, then they will get it. So it worked like that way. And I was very lucky to get my first priority project on my list with Carey Group, because after the whole year studying in this program, I find myself have great interest in supply chain management, and that project was inventory management with Carey Group, which is a part of supply chain. So I was assigned with that project, and my supervisor was our supply chain management lecturer, Professor Vincent. So that was great experience. Vincent taught us a lot in how to applying the supply chain strategies in the real company in the food industry. And also we got a chance to visit Carey's factory site in Liverpool. That was pretty cool. And this experience helped me a lot in my job hunting as well, to be a supply chain analyst afterwards.
Yeah, it's really interesting, Emma. I don't know, Abhijit, would you like to add to that with your experience?
Yeah, sure. So for my, I think it was the same. I think for with respect to how Emma described, it was we had like a couple of projects. I think it was around 9, I would say, in my time, and it was as per the GPA and per the priority. So I ended up working for the project. I ended up working with my previous employer, who was Medtronic. So the project was based on, I would say, improvising the compliance from a supply chain perspective for one of the supply chain issues there. So my director was same as the project manager was the project coordinator. Was the same as Vincent. So it was we used a lot of the Lean Six Sigma tools. I think the program is evolved from the time I took it. I think the Lean Six Sigma tools are incorporated as a part of the engineering management program at the moment. I'm not sure what the module title is because it's been a long time since I've searched. I think it's system thinking, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pezhman now. So we use a lot of Lean Six Sigma tools, and after which I got an offer from Boston Scientific, and it was the same project. It's more or less the same type of work which I've done in my project back at Medtronic. So I'm working as a supply chain engineer at the moment in Boston. So it was quite like it just things fall into place, and it was an extension of my master's project there.
Okay, so interestingly for both of you, it seems like both of your projects played an integral role in kind of directing your next step in the career, which is wonderful to hear. And are we right in saying that you do get an academic supervisor for your project? Is that correct as well?
You do?
Yeah.
It's more the academic supervisor would be really closely related to their expertise related to your project. So it would be in sync.
Fantastic. A question for Laura, if you don't mind, Laura. Someone is asking, after they've submitted an application, how long should they expect to wait before they hear a decision?
Sure. So if an applicant submits an application, we aim to get a response back to them on their application within 10 working days. This can be slightly longer during really busy periods, but about 10 working days is an average time to hear back. If they supplied all the relevant documents, they may be given an offer, and if they're still waiting on things like transcripts or a language certificate, they may be given a conditional offer pending those final documents being uploaded.
Thanks, Laura. And I'd suggest to that student, if you feel you've been waiting longer than you would expect, could you please email either myself or Laura, and we'll follow up directly on your application and get an idea of where it is for you. Laura has also kindly populated the chat with both my email address and her email address, so please feel free to copy that down. Emma, somebody is asking, in your opinion, when is the right time to look for a job in Ireland after they have completed their masters, and how would they go about approaching a firm regarding the employment?
Cool. I think in my case, I was quite aggressive in the job hunting. So I started to look for jobs from the second trimester. That is pretty early, and partly because I plan to work straight after the master course. I didn't plan any time off, just for myself. So that was like a bit aggressive, I have to say, and I wouldn't recommend this. It just like apply to your own like life plan. But definitely, I think when it towards the final projects, that means I have completed most of the modules studied in this master. I learned more than like, of course, just than finishing the first semester. That means I had more opportunities to hear back from the companies, like, oh, we will give you an interview, give you a call, etc. like that. So that is very helpful. And I think the job offer I got is before I finished the trimester, but I think I applied for that when I was kind of midway into the project with Career Group. So I have to say the hands-on experience with the company definitely helps a lot in securing a job offer. And make sure you, from picking the project and looking for jobs, make sure it aligns with your interest as well. It's like you need to find something you're good at and and you like it, and also it can in return give you a good life. So that is very kind of general, but I think it's very useful job hunting tips. Yeah.
No, I think that's excellent advice, Emma. Laura, I might just ask you to expand on the career supports that are available in UCD.
Yeah, so we do have a lot of career supports available to students. We have a career development office based on campus, and we have a specific college career liaison available to our students also. So the supports available within the Career Development Centre are things like they do a number of clinics to do with CV clinics, or how to do a really good resume and cover letter. They do one-to-one meetings as well if you require that, to talk about your profile and maybe what career direction that you might want to pursue post-degree. And they'll do things like psychometric testing. They run a number of lunchtime seminars on things like networking, or they invite companies on campus to present to students on opportunities within these companies. And then some of the really good things they do as well are career fairs on campus. So they do a couple of career fairs a year. One is more of a general career fair, and there'll be plenty of companies that will come on campus to meet students at that particular one. And a lot of them will be business-based companies. So for students of this course, it will be particularly interesting. And then we have a STEM fair as well. So that'd be obviously more technical companies and more engineering-focused companies that our students can meet on that particular day also. And then they also have a jobs portal available to students also. So companies will post jobs up there where they're looking particularly for UCD graduates, and students can apply for them through there as well. And then we have the Engineering Graduates Association, who do a number of mock interviews for students also.
Thanks, Laura. So it sounds like there's plenty of supports for students to engage with. We have time for just a couple more questions. Pezhman, someone is asking, is it possible to get recognition of prior learning if they feel they've covered something already in class when they come in?
Yes, that is possible. So, you say, for example, if you have a module like professional engineering finance, and you have already covered that type of topic or module with a different title but similar content, then yes, the recognition of prior learning is available. First instance or first avenue for reaching out is again me as the program director. So I will guide you whom to contact, what to do, but definitely it is possible, yeah.
Okay, so it is worth exploring if they feel they have covered something. Someone else is also asking, do you get many mature students on this program? Pezhman, you might have an idea, and Abhijit or Emma, you might tell us if you had any mature students in your classes.
So, well, the range of students in our program are usually graduates, fresh engineering graduates, or kind of master graduates, around up to 27 or 28. So around that range. So that is the range that we get usually for this master. But we are open also to more mature students as well, obviously. But that is what we have now. Obviously, probably you can have some comments there.
I won't reveal my age here now, but yes, we do have mature students. At least in my batch, there were a good few, I would say, with 5+ years of experience. I think I would say around 5 of them, with including myself. Yeah. So my batch was really a mix of freshers with 1+ experience, as well as mature students. So it was quite a handful.
Thanks, Abhijit. So we just have time for a final question. Someone is asking what typical types of backgrounds of engineering come into this class, or is it just a real mix?
It is, I would say it's a real mix. So the most of the modules that are around, manufacturing environment, manufacturing a product, but, the product or service, but it can be, any types of products related to chemical engineering, electronics, mechanical, biosystem, biomedical, so those type of disciplines. So it's not limited to any engineering disciplines, but it's all around, some specific products or manufacturing and supply chain area.
Okay, Abhijit and Emma, what type of backgrounds would your classmates have had?
Well, I have electrical engineering background, and in my class, I think I have classmates with mechanical engineering, civil engineering, material engineering, I think. So it's pretty mixed, just mixed with all kinds of engineering backgrounds. And for myself, the first job I got is in the semiconductor industry. So it's kind of a combination of my electrical engineering background plus engineering management. So I feel I was very lucky to get that job. So this engineering background is a plus for this course, definitely.
I would agree with Emma there. Now, my entire career is based on biomedical engineering, but I would say, at least for my classmates, there were a lot of civil engineers, computer science engineers, chemical engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. There was one guy from power systems as well. So basically, the program is quite comprehensive. It can accommodate a lot of a wide variety, I would say. It's mostly not focused on manufacturing or production, but it can encompass almost all types of engineering.
I think that's excellent to know. So we've come to the end of our session today. All that's left for me to say is a very sincere thank you to Pezhman for taking the time to explain the program to us, and particularly to both Emma and Abhijit for taking time out of their busy jobs to share their experiences with us. Really appreciate your time. Thank you, Laura, also.